Those snowflakes are stenciled and
Wow.
foiled. And you see the little drops?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
just flicking the ink on.
Good grief, so you can foil the ink.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh, I love that, John. That's amazing. All these little dots is flicking the ink on. That I love. But I love this because it does. You've got your basics.
Yeah.
The other foiling machines do, but then it is the fact that you can use all your stamps, but then it's techniques.
Yeah.
As soon as this allows you to do more techniques, then it's like, yep, because I'm thinking now my mixed media, I'm thinking my art journals, I'm not just thinking pretty card making.
No.
It allows for everybody, doesn't it?
It does. I mean, you can run wax crayons through.
Oh, well, cool.
And melt wax crayon, and it impresses it into the card so that you can stamp over it. This I did last night.
No, that's well good.
But that's wax crayons, and that, do you know, what do you reckon I've stamped over that with? Because it's a wax crayon.
I'd have thought you'd have had to use stays on.
No, that's VersaFine.
Really?
Because it pushes the colour into the card,
Amazing.
and it doesn't leave a waxy residue, so that's VersaFine stamped
That
over the
is
top.
so cool. It's one of them, once you start playing with it, you
Yeah.
are going to find so many techniques.
Constantly.
This is so exciting. Okay, if you do want this, maybe this is the first time you've seen this machine, like me. This is the first time I've really looked into this machine with our John. If it is, then please make sure you do not miss out on this, especially that big bundle. If you've been thinking about this and you've been going and umming and ahhing, listen, that price is absolutely amazing. You're saving £20, but also it's the fact that you're getting everything. And that is a really, really exciting bundle. If you're part of a Chanda Freedom, of course, that price is even better, because Freedom members, you're saving £12.49, but remember that £20 is carried over. So please make sure you check your baskets out. 543390 is your item number. I love when you have a little machine like that. And it just looks like your standard little machine, but then it's when you go, oh, you can do this, you can do this, and it's no longer standard. Okay, now we have got more goodies for you. So your heat acetate. Obviously, you're talking about your machine with the heated rollers. So you need an acetate that can stand the heat, because if you don't use the right acetate, it's just going to go all wonky in your machine and melt. An acetate looks magic. It always looks magic. Have a look at that. Can you see that? So your acetate foiled. So think about it. Think about stamping on your acetate, but then foiling. I mean, look at that. Think about the shaker cards that you're going to make. Think about those beautiful sort of... oh, it looks like stained glass window, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It's absolutely beautiful. And this is the acetate that we went through and we've tested. We get it made in Holland for us.
Wow, okay.
And it's the only one I've found that works in the Kaleido.
Really?
And I'd rather be honest and say...
Right, so don't think your normal heat-resistant acetates are going to work.
It just went crinkled up.
Really?
It wouldn't go smooth.
Right, okay.
And I tried OHP transparency film.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it goes through laser printers.
Yeah.
It goes through a laser print. Of course it's going to go... No.
It didn't.
It didn't.
Right, okay.
So we did this. We managed to find it eventually, as I say, in Holland, made for us. But what I do now is that will do for everything.
Yeah, yeah.
So this will heat emboss as well. So I only use that acetate for everything now. And then I don't get it wrong at all, whatever I want to do.
Yeah, because one piece of acetate looks very much like another. That's brilliant. Right, okay, so please don't think you're just going to be able to use your regular heat-resistant acetate. If you want to, and if you're going for your kaleidoscope, absolutely put this in your flexi. You can split it over your 3 months, £9.99. If you've already got your kaleidoscope machine and you haven't got this, get this in your basket. 20 sheets, 659886, your item number. Now, we have got some other goodies on the show for you. So, first of all, we have got some lovely stamps and dies. And again, absolutely sensational. We've seen these within some of the beautiful demonstration, finished samples there. So you've got your stamp and your die set, and this is lovely because this is a really cool stamp, and I love the way that it cuts out those snowflakes absolutely perfectly. And I love these ones, John, because you've no need to try and align them up. No. There's no faff. They're literally just to line up with that stamp.
It's just so easy. So you've got it, well, it's a 2 for or a 3 for.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so this is the very first product from my 2021 Christmas collection.
Amazing.
Allegedly, it arrives today. Only 6 weeks late. But you've got an A6 background stamp, which I absolutely love. It makes me think of those big, bold background stamps.
Yes.
But then you put the die over the top and it cuts out 8 of the individual snowflakes within that stamp.
That's fabulous.
But if you look, it's actually laid out like a Christmas tree.
Ah.
So you can see it's kind of in a Christmas tree shape. So add a few more on and you'll get a Christmas tree shape out of it.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, that's cool. I really like these because, honestly, it is the amount of faff that's taken out of it. And it looks good whether you're just stamping it, whether you're just using the die cuts, or, of course, if you're combining them. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, look, that one, that's just stamped, but doesn't that look beautiful? In its own right, it's a lovely size. It's different as well, is that? I like the lines in the background. Only £19.99. Really, really beautiful combination of stamps and dies. And like John said, there's your Christmas tree. Now, this is going to be dispatched from the 29th of July, and look at the foiling. 181722 is your item number for that one. Now, the next stamp and die set, is this another brand new for 2021?
2021, launched last night.
Amazing.
This is Deerland, and it wouldn't be my Christmas collection if I didn't put some stags in there or some deers in there. So again, you've got a complex A6 background stamp.
Yeah, that is amazing.
Absolutely, you know, with the detail, you've got Christmas music in there, you've got winter, you've got a similar version of the snowflake in. Put the 2 dies over and it cuts you out the sort of standing stag and the stag's head.
That is stunning.
So you can really play with it separately, play with it together, you know, use them in lots and lots of different ways, and it foils absolutely beautifully.
Honestly, that is absolutely gorgeous. That stamp in its own right, again, is sensational. But yeah, the actual stag heads, I mean, look at that. The stags are beautiful. And like you say, with the foiling, just have a look at that foiled. Yeah, that's absolutely fabulous,
it's just beautiful. And you'd pay a fortune for a foiled topper like that.
Yeah, you absolutely would. Yeah, beautiful. Oh, that is such a nice stamp. And again, no faffing at trying to line these up. It's all been done for you. Again, the price is only £19.99. That is a big stamp, and of course those lovely dies that combine perfectly. And again, that is going to be dispatched from the 29th. £19.99 is your price. 531760 is your item number if you'd love to go for that. Remember, brand new, yesterday launched, brand new for 2021, so don't miss out on those. Now, we've also got for you, and this is really lovely, and it's a happy hour. So for this hour, you have got, wow, a saving of £20. That's ridiculous. So you've got your elderflower leaves and your bee balm ovals die set. And again, with something like this, if I spin that round, this gives you loads and loads of options. It's a lovely one, is this one, Howard John?
Yeah, it was one of my first.
Really?
Yeah, it was one of my first, and I always call out the warehouse in Crafts 2 Narnia. Because there are tunnels everywhere and, you know, bits that lead to different doorways. And we've done a massive clear out because obviously we're getting a massive delivery in. And we found some sort of random boxes of things that, you know, I thought had sold out, so we'd be putting them on as a happy hour to give us some space.
Amazing. So, with your dies, you'd be able to foil these as well, would you?
Yeah, you can do. You can just die cut them and put the ink over the top. Or make a piece of card with the magic medium on it, just die cut it and foil it.
Amazing.
So you can foil your die cuts with, and again, the only other way to do that is to print a whole sheet in a laser printer, die cut it out and run it through a laminator. And you're talking more pieces of equipment that you've got to have.
More expense. Yeah, because these are going to look superb.
Yeah.
I'd really, those, so something like that you're going to use all year through. Fantastic foliage. I could see them as antlers as well, though.
Oh, they could. I never thought of that.
They look deer antlers, don't they? And that one, obviously, you've got all your layers, so you've got tons of ways you can use this as well. That is absolutely flying out the door. How much was that, my love? 20, yeah, 20% of the stock has gone. I'm not surprised. A tenner. That is 536327. Okay, please check the website. We have got more goodies. For instance, we have got the foils. So if you've already got your kaleidoscope, you can get the foils on their own. So you can stock up on this now. Now, over half of the stock has gone here. You've got all 10 colours there for £29.99. You are saving £5 there. 920230 is your item number. Now, we have got the extra magic medium. These are the kind of things that you'll want to stock up on. And obviously, do not run out of these because, the amount of things you're going to be able to do. So you're getting 2 of these for just £9.98. Brand new today. 237831 is your item number if you want to go for your magic medium. Obviously, I would love to hear from you. If you've already got your kaleidoscope, if you've been working with yours and you've created something amazing. Yeah, Kaleido. Sorry, I'm adding words. I'm adding letters to it. If you've already got yours, I'd love to see what you've been creating. But enough of me. I'm dying for the actual demos. I'm looking forward to this, John. What's first?
Right, so I'm going to do the snowfall stamp,
Beautiful.
which is a very, very complex stamp.
Yeah.
It's got a lot on it, but I want to show you. This is easy. I only do easy.
Yeah.
You know, I watched some of the things you do with your splashing your inks and your blending,
Making
and I'm
a
thinking,
mess.
I can't do anything like that. I want to get those effects, but I want it easy. So I cheat, basically.
Which works.
All I've done is put the stamp down on a stamp press as normal, blocks anything.
Yeah.
I've already inked my ink pad.
Right.
Yeah, okay. And all you do when you want to do it first, just rub your ink down.
Right.
You know, we normally say, I say never do that.
Yeah.
You do with this, it's a chemical ink, we just want to put a base on.
Right.
And then ink it as normal.
Right, okay.
Now, this is quite a complex stamp, so I should probably show you with an easier one first, but you know, that's me. And all I do is press it down as normal and get the impression.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's it is a good impression. Now, that is really interesting. So this is your actual ink. For some reason in my head, I thought it'd be clear.
No.
I like that it isn't because you can see it.
It's a chemical and you can see where it is.
Ah, that's good.
So you can see where it is or it's not.
Yeah,
if you
that
don't,
makes sense.
it doesn't work.
Yeah.
People said, could we do it in white? Could it be clear? And the answer was no, because you wouldn't be able to see where you were putting it.
Yeah.
How many times do you struggle with embossing ink?
Exactly.
Constantly.
Yeah, you are right, because you don't want to be splashing chemicals everywhere and not know they're there.
No. What colour do you want?
Good grief, you should never give me choices. Let's go holographic.
Holographic.
Some kind of holographic.
Right, okay, let's go the holographic silver then,
Yes, please.
Take some foil. Really simple. Cut it off as normal.
Wonderful.
Okay. Now, there's lots of instructions and videos showing you, and there's a special metal strip. And what you're supposed to do is, you're supposed to turn your plates over, put it onto that, and put the metal strip down to hold your foil.
Right.
And it's nothing but a massive faff, quite frankly.
So you don't do that,
So, of course, I don't do that. What I do is, I tuck my foil over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, that's it.
Right.
On the plates, yeah.
Ah, so that'll keep it in place. I get your drift. So you have to tuck it or do something because you don't want it to shift.
Now, if you get stuck to your rollers, there's videos that I've put on showing you how to clean them.
Right.
But try not to do it.
And so you always put it so it's shiny side up.
Shiny side up, that's
it. So you don't need anything over the top of it?
No, nothing, no.
Good grief.
Literally.
And obviously we heard the bing of the machine saying it was hot enough.
Yeah.
How long does the machine stay hot?
The machine stays hot for a good couple of hours.
Right.
But if you don't use it for a while, if you leave it on accidentally, as I've done overnight, it just turns itself off.
Oh, that's good. Perfect.
It's got a thermostat.
Good grief.
There you go.
John, that is ridiculously easy. That looks amazing.
That's it. Now, normally what I would say is, and all the techniques say, to leave it to settle.
Yeah.
To leave your ink to sort of...
Every time you use foil, you're meant to do that.
Well, leave your ink to settle for an hour or so. I tend to do a lot of stamping. But I'll just show you the difference. So this is one I did yesterday, but if you're using don't use super smooth.
Right, okay.
Super smooth card is, as you may know, it's left over from the print industry.
Right,
it's the end of rolls.
No, I didn't know this.
And it's been hot rollered, ready to accept digital print.
Right, okay.
And the end of rolls, they can't get through the machines.
Right.
So it's chopped down and we use it in the craft industry.
Yeah.
But it's already been prepped for printing.
Right, okay.
So sometimes you'll find some batches of it, the foil will stick in places it's not supposed to.
Because it's
already been prepped.
Right, okay.
So if you
don't use super
don't use a super use a smooth card. I'm using Dolly Dimple's mixed media card.
Wonderful.
But only because I find that works quicker. If you do use a super smooth, always leave your ink to settle overnight.
Right.
Because it's not going in.
Right, okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, get
But
you
there we
through.
go. Same idea.
Amazing. So
I'm getting no difference really when I use this
how
card.
long was that left? How long was that
I think I
left
did
out?
that yesterday.
Really?
And that's the one I did immediately.
So you can stamp them, just leave them, and it's not like your ink is just going to dry and dissipate and you're not going to use it.
The longest I've left one is 7 months.
Okay, I nearly swore then.
Okay.
You nearly made me swear.
I know.
You nearly made me use the B word and I stopped myself.
Yeah, it is basically...
That's not a big swear, for just in case anyone were wondering which big word.
You're not a big swear type person, but
I
basically... I know, I'm being polite.
I know, I mean, even Holly laughed at that.
Because it's chemical process, it doesn't matter how long you leave it. It's the foil and the heat react together.
Wow, that's
And the other thing I would say is people have asked, and I'm really sorry, but no, the ink and the foil will not work in a laminator.
Right.
It has to have the Kaleido. It's a combination of heat and the pressure and the direct temperature we do it at.
Yeah. So everything the Kaleido offers, it works together beautifully. But it's because it works together beautifully, you get those reactions and you get those results.
And the thing is, you don't have to turn it off to die cut.
That's superb.
So I've just die cut this in the hot machine. You see there?
Yeah. Oh man, that looks really good.
So that's the one I've just literally made.
See, I mean, what I love about this, it's such a speedy process. Obviously, you were saying sometimes leave your ink to settle, but actually you didn't, and it looked really good. So sometimes when you're rushing, but you could just do a batch, come back to them, a batch of stamping, come back to an hour, do the foiling.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
That is so effective. That's amazing, John.
So I've got here a Studio Light stamp.
Okay, beautiful. Yeah.
Because the thing is, you think, oh well, it's a special stamp that John's got. This is literally one that I got yesterday and was opened this morning.
Excellent.
So that's it.
How often have you been re-inking?
When it feels a bit dry, that feels a bit dry.
Right.
So I'm going to re-ink. What happens is the ink pads you get with it, we've had made for us, are airtight.
Right. Okay.
So nothing should evaporate off from it. However,
it's chemical.
it does. It's a chemical.
Yeah.
It dries. So all you do is, that's why we gave you a 60ml bottle and a blank ink pad.
Yeah.
If we did it as an ink pad, which okay, that would be a little bit easier.
Yeah.
You would find after 2 weeks it'd be dry.
Yeah.
And you'd be shouting, going,
Absolutely.
I've just bought this.
Yeah.
I know I would be.
Yeah, I would.
So we'd rather be honest and do that. And all I did was put a little bit more ink on.
Yeah.
It's not difficult at all. I don't have to smooth it out.
And you just need to remember, keep the, is the card in there? Are you doing it on black?
Yeah, I'm doing it on black.
Oh, how lovely. I did think for a minute there, I thought, oh, John's forgot to put the card in.
No. Now, this is a smooth card, but can you see?
Yeah.
It's settled, but in one place it's still that little bit wet.
Yes.
So I'd put this aside for 10 minutes or 5 minutes.
Okay.
I stamped
Allow it
this
to dry.
at 5.2.
Okay. Smashing, so that's completely dry.
So this I stamped at 5.28.
Excellent.
Yeah, just as you were walking on.
Were it that early? I thought
no, it wasn't. I was being polite.
You've been nice. You've been so nice to me. You're just trying to tell me I were almost on time and I don't swear.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, Howard John.
Now, but I've known you too many years. That's the problem.
You know me very well. And what really surprises me with this is that you don't need to cover the rollers with the foil.
No.
That messes with my head.
Fold it over. But this is it. Start thinking of the stamps you've got.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm a plate missing. So let's pop another plate in the sandwich.
Amazing.
Doesn't matter where.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. So it doesn't matter on your plate combo, you're still able to get that foiling.
Yeah, it doesn't matter wherever it is. And the great thing about this is a die cutting machine.
Yeah.
It will take up to 5.5 inch any die ever made. So all your Sizzix Bigs dies will fit through. All your original wooden block dies, all your thin dies.
Yeah.
And the plates included in there mean that you can use any different type of embossing folder or anything.
That's fabulous.
So there we go.
Wow. Yeah, that's well cool. How beautiful is that?
The holographic in gold on the Studio Light stamp.
Yeah.
And I've got a little bit of like overspill.
Yeah.
So if there's no ink, you can use your glue eraser.
Yeah.
And it will just take it all off. Yeah.
That's amazing.
But remember we said that we don't waste it.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because I hate waste.
I hate waste.
With your classic machines, and I don't mean to, I bought one.
Yeah.
I have got a traditional foiling machine at home. I'm a crafter, I buy everything.
Yeah.
We're all as bad. And I ended up buying a special machine for it as well, the machine that went with it.
Really?
Yeah, so that I got a separate die cutting machine for it.
Yeah.
Then I bought the hot foils, then I bought the hot foil stamps.
Yeah.
Then I realised I didn't want to pay 25 quid every time I wanted a new sentiment.
Yeah.
So I stopped using it. It was a massive waste.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing that annoyed me was that once I'd used the foil, that was binned.
And that's
so that
just
piece
tragic,
there would go in the bin.
And I hate that, because look how much foil you've got left.
It's loads left.
Yeah.
So I developed the magic medium.
Amazing.
Okay. So this is like this.
Okay.
A little bit of magic medium on, that's probably far too much. So let me grab a scrap of paper as well.
Okay.
I'm using, this is
it looks almost like an adhesive, does that?
It does. It's a special glue. That's why we called it magic medium.
Okay.
This is actually a car scraper. But use,
it's a cracking tool.
Yeah, use whatever you've got.
And any excess, you're obviously not going to waste any excess, because that's when you can like do all your techniques and...
Well, I'll put this on.
Ooh, delicious.
Just like that, and we'll start that in a minute as a background. So
amazing.
Now what I do is leave that to settle till it stops being tacky.
Okay.
It's about 2 minutes.
Okay.
So I'm going to cheat and bring in a piece I've already got.
One you prepared earlier.
Yeah.
But again, that's amazing. So again...
This last month as well.
Really?
Yeah.
And does it still feel tacky? Do I have to watch Doggers?
No.
Okay, that's cool. Oh, fabulous.
Put two together and it might do.
Yeah. Or if your dog sits on it, it might do.
And basically all you need to do...
Happens.
...is to make sure it does, yes.
Yeah.
All you need to do is make sure that none of the magic medium coated paper touches your rollers.
Ah, okay. So will it stick to your rollers?
It will. We had one in the early days where a lady, bless her, put it through with the magic medium, far too much on, squeezed out, and it wrapped the whole card round the rollers.
That's a monkey.
So there is a video on YouTube showing you how to clean that.
Okay.
And how to clean the machine. But it's one of those of, if you do that, I'm really sorry, but you know, you've got to spend some time cleaning it.
Yeah, don't do that.
But literally, we just run that through.
And that really teaches people not to use too much magic medium.
Yeah, you learn.
I mean, you saw, there's no puddles. Wow.
So that's what's left.
That's well cool. And look at that. That's ace, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's probably, because I've not done it quite so well, so you've not got that, but...
Oh, right, you see, I like that, because it looks really distressed and fabulous.
Isn't sticky.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
That's sealed and done.
That's amazing.
However, I can take another colour...
Yeah.
...and put it over the top...
Of course, because you've got white space.
Because I've got white space. Anywhere there's white space, there is still medium that can be activated.
Yes, of course.
So bring that in.
That absolutely makes sense. See, that is so quick to put through as well.
Well, that's all you do.
That's ridiculous. Yay, you get your two-tone. That is really good.
I mean, these are a couple of pieces I did last night with an indigo blue stamp.
Amazing, look at that. That looks so rich, doesn't it?
That's the pink left over.
Beautiful. Yeah, that's well cool.
And I could go on with another one and
keep going.
So do you want to run a couple of bits while I just perhaps show something else?
Please. Yes, please. Oh, isn't it very exciting? Right, let me just... Well, do you want me to... Shall I tell you about... I'll tell you about your machine first, shall I? Okay. This is so very exciting. It's one of those that I love it, because you look at that machine and it's like, oh, it's a die cutting machine. And then you notice there's a little I'm not going to touch it. I know I'll just destroy the whole pack shot. But then, I will. I mean, there's no shadow of a doubt. Then you notice there's an on and off switch. What's that about? And then obviously you notice, it's going to plug in. This is exciting. And then obviously the world is your oyster. You're doing so much more with this. So you've got your die cutting capacity, but then you are making any of your stamps into beautiful foiled pieces. I mean, imagine the possibilities. What have you got at home? You will absolutely, it almost makes you want to go through all your stamps and just foil them all just to see what they look like. Can you imagine going through all your back catalogue of stamps, digging them all out and just running them through and seeing what they look like foiled? I promise you, they'll look, it will transform them because it just makes them pop. It's like some you'll think, oh, I'm not into that. Some it'll be like, oh my gosh, that's the best thing I've seen since sliced bread. Absolutely incredible. And you've just seen how easy it is. So what you are getting in your fantastic one-day special, first of all, you've got your machine, which is amazing. You have got, obviously, you've got all your plates. You've also got your foil. And remember, you're getting 3 meters of that to start you off. You've then, of course, got, this is absolutely essential. This allows, the magic to happen. So you have got the actual ink and the pad. And we haven't even talked about the pen. You've got the pen as well. So can you fill that with the ink and then you can just do freehand?
No.
Oh,
you
okay.
can't, it's filled with the ink already.
Right.
It's a slightly different viscosity. It's the same ink.
Right.
Just so that it flows
Right.
properly in the pen.
I suppose that
now,
makes sense.
you can actually unscrew your pen and refill it with the ink.
Right.
But it will only survive twice.
Ah, okay. Right.
And again,
so
I'd love to be able to say, you know me and the way I change packaging and everything. I hate waste. The problem, I'd love to be able to say you can keep filling this up. You can't.
Right.
After about the second or third refill, the nib just disintegrates.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So the chemicals are like, take it out?
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing toxic in there. Everything is tested. There's nothing dangerous.
Yeah.
But it's a chemical and it dries it out, and eventually it dries out the nib. But yeah, you can just literally write down.
That's well cool.
I think I made a note for you, didn't I?
Yes,
to say thank you for lending me some
because
stamps.
That's it, with the stamps I lent you. I knew we'd... Yes,
but
you're right.
But I could literally, you could doodle anything you want to. Any sort of way, handwrite, sign your Christmas cards and foil them.
Oh, that is well cool.
But anything you want.
Again, I love that it's a black ink. I love that it's not clear.
And clear really wouldn't work.
No.
Clear would not work.
Well, with
you can
this,
see how bad my drawing skills are on the thing, but yeah, literally, you could just, you need to, when you're doodling or whatever, you need to see where you're going.
Yeah.
But, you can just, and then I can foil that.
Shall we come back and you can foil it
I'll let you carry it
later?
on, and I'll show you when I foiled it.
We forgot to tell you about the pen. So that's your one-day special. Okay, now you're saving £10 there. 3 payments, £39.99. Obviously, that is a great deal. You're saving a tenner. However, 380703, however, it is the big bundle that has been the busiest. So with the big bundle, you get your one-day special. You also get that £10 saving. You've then got that extra £5 saving. Now, if you were to get your foils on their own, you actually get a £5 saving there as well. So you've got your £10 saving carry forward. You've got your £5 saving carry forward. You then got an extra £10. That's a £20 saving, unless you're part of a Chanda, and no, forget it, doesn't matter. Unless you're part of Freedom. So if you're part of Freedom, you've got that £12.49, plus, of course, the £10, plus, of course, the £5, whatever that adds up to. It means it adds up to even more than £20 saving if you're a Freedom member. And, of course, you're getting everything. You've got that huge collection of foils there. You've got the pen. You've got the ink. You've then got your magic medium. I mean, this will allow you to create so many different things. And you know what? We've been talking about foiling, obviously. I should need to show you that straight away. I mean, literally, it's just been drawn and foiled within seconds. The possibilities are endless. You'd even let your kids use this. Do you know what I mean? Because normally we get a bit precious, but actually with this, you'd even, and I know I say even, but you would, wouldn't you? We've been talking about the foiling, but it's all the other stuff you can do. Because remember, this is a hot roller system. So that is going to allow you to really play. I mean, these absolutely look like your nature prints. The ones I was chatting about before, I always get the name mixed up with them, but the ones that you have to do with the vinegar, I mean, it's fabulous to do, but that is quick and easy, and that looks amazing.
I've got a friend who's actually tried it and done it using onion skins.
Oh, yeah.
She's put red onion skins in, and it's given a pattern and a colour out, because you peel it off, but I'll show you that.
Yeah, that sounds tremendous. I mean, look at the foiling you can do. What stamps have you got in your stash? this is ace, because you will go through your stash.
You will.
And I love that because it makes people use them again. I mean, your florals, imagine all your florals. What have you got? What about your backgrounds? You know, what about all your beautiful detailed stamps? What about all the stamps that you can now colour in, but you've got that beautiful foiling? If you make and sell your cards, this is a game changer because it just adds another level. There's so many different things you can do. And I love seeing all the different stamps. And obviously, your foils, look at all the different colours that you've got, and they do look good in every single colour, don't they? I mean, it's a beautiful array of colours. And remember, not only have you got your solid colours, but you have also got those wonderful holographics as well. Can we talk about as well, because this board, look at this, because this is showing you just some of the things you can do. Talk us through this board, because this is it. Obviously, we've touched on the foiling using your scraps. I love that, because that's your two-tone.
Yeah.
So we've used the foiling, but talk us through the other bits, John.
So you've got there, that's using the magic medium through a stencil.
Amazing.
The coloured one, that's drawing with a pen through a stencil.
Oh, wow,
and foiling in
cool.
different colours.
Amazing.
So basically, I just put scraps on over the top.
Yeah.
That's rice paper foiled.
Wow, what that?
Rice, yeah.
Amazing.
Rice paper, vellum, fabric.
Wow.
You can foil on anything, patterned papers, wax crayons. That's watercolouring over the foiling. That's actually over the mother of pearl.
Oh my gosh, that looks amazing.
Can you see how, even when you do it with heat embossing, you can actually colour the heat embossing really easily, can't you?
Yeah.
It doesn't work, but it does on this. Old stamps, different colours. See how the foil goes over?
Yeah,
because
that looks
good.
good.
If the ink, Sam did that one.
Yeah, that's
But if
beautiful.
the ink goes over where the foiling is, it sticks to the foiling and you get a new colour on top.
Wow.
So again,
So you
using
can
different
layer.
bits and scraps. That's lavender, that middle one.
Oh my gosh, that.
But it's flat, isn't it? But you
Yeah,
think
yeah,
it's
yeah.
raised like mulberry paper.
Yeah, it looks so
Yeah,
effective.
that's using embossing powder.
This?
Yeah.
That looks
That's
fantastic.
wax crayon. I'm going to do that
just
one
wax?
next. Wax crayons.
That looks well good. That is proper. That is, it really looks like a gorgeous abstract.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And again,
I love these.
using the stencil, using the waste.
Yeah, that looks
wax
amazing.
crayon
That's amazing.
and leaves together.
Oh, I really like those. That's beautiful.
Watercolouring over the top. That was some stamps you flogged me from Darkroom Door.
Amazing. Is this
Splashing
just
ink.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
my favourite.
Yeah.
Just getting messy. That looks well cool.
And
Yeah.
that is actually stamping with the Kaleido and foiling over a wax background.
Wow, that looks so impressive. Yeah, these are cool. Oh my gosh.
Love them.
Oh my gosh, wait till you get yours. I cannot wait to see what you create with this. If you'd love to go for this, now this is your complete bundle. What I love about this, you don't need to buy anything else. You get hold of this, start getting, as soon as you get this home, you dig out all your old stamps and start creating. Obviously, think about the Aztec because that'll give you even another layer. But be a Freedom member. That's where your biggest saving is. You're not going to pay any postage, and it means today your first flexi is just going to be an amazing £47.46. Obviously, please check your baskets out. Get this winging its way to you. Can you imagine your Christmas cards this year? I mean, look at that. That looks well cool. 545390 is your item number. Now, if you do want your magic medium, remember your magic medium is the one that's going to allow you to do so many techniques. And this is the one that allows you to use all your foiling as well. I really like that. I like the fact that this will allow you to do so many different things. Only £9.98, and you only need a little bit of this. You're not using tons, and obviously don't put more than you need on because you don't want it to squidge out the side. But for £9.98, that is absolutely essential. 237831. If you've already got your machine, please make sure you get that delivered to your door. Now, the acetate. This is important because John has tested other acetates, heat-resistant acetates, and they don't work. That's why John has brought this one to you, because this one will work, and the effects are sensational. I mean, acetate, when anything really, always looks really effective because it looks a little bit magical, but with the foiling on as well, it's just sensational. And yeah, there's so much you can do, because imagine doing your foiling on one side and then using all your alcohol inks on the other side to give you a really cool a sort of dimensional finish to that. Yeah, love that one. Over 60% of the stock has gone. £9.99. Again, stick that into your flexi. 659886. Now, very, very quickly, that happy hour deal for this hour only. You are making a huge saving, and this is such a cracking little deal. I mean, these you'll use again and again and again and again. 40% of the stock has gone, and that is so pretty. You've got your outside edge, but you've got all those beautiful layers as well. £9.99 is all you're paying. 536-327 is your item number. Anything you want, check out your baskets. You can ring us 01733602000, or you can, of course, get on the website. It is thecraftstore.com. OK, Jean.
Right, OK, wax crayons?
Yes, please.
OK, I thought you might say that.
Yeah, I'm well looking forward to this.
Literally, leftover grater from home.
Cool. Amazing.
A little bit of grating on.
That after.
These are wax crayons that I bought from that tropical river. Really cheap.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the one in Brazil.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people know it.
But nearly the whole world knows it.
Yeah, nothing ridiculously expensive.
So
though.
just bog
no brand,
standard.
Bog standard. Raid your kids.
Yeah.
Sort of craft boxes and art boxes.
Yes,
Those cheap, 99p plus a penny shop that do the big ones.
So when the kids don't want them anymore, you raid them.
Yeah,
or
when they're asleep, basically. That's actually what we mean, isn't it? It's not when they don't want it anymore. They won't remember.
They won't know. They won't know that they've no wax crayons left anymore.
A little bit of greaseproof paper over.
Okay.
All right. Just to stop the wax hitting the rollers.
Yes, that makes sense.
And this again is just whatever bog standard wax paper you've got.
I love this.
The idea of the machine was I wanted everybody to not get it home and think, oh, I've got to buy this. I've got to buy that.
Yes.
So many machines, it's like when you add up everything down the counter that you've got to buy.
Yeah. All the specific dyes.
Crippling the price of the machine. That's not what we wanted. So there.
John, that's well cool. I love that. That is so nice.
I know that Emma Blake.
She
bought the Kaleido simply for the wax crayon backgrounds.
I'm not going to lie. That sells it to me.
That's literally all she wanted it for.
And knowing that then I can just splash them on my medium on and then create all those wonderful foiling over top of that, so that makes me proper happy.
What you can actually do is, with that, let's bring a piece of paper in because I always make a mess. And then, because I've forgotten my brushes, I steal one of the ones here.
Yeah.
So what I've done is get a little Killam jar.
Oh, yeah.
And put some of my ink in. I've had this ink in here for about 7 months.
Really?
Yeah.
And it's fine?
Sits on my desk.
Okay.
Absolutely fine.
With your brushes, do you need to clean them with anything specific?
No, just wash them when you've done.
Really? Is that also, you can wash them with water?
Yep. Anything at all. So.
With your stamps, is it just regular way to clean them as well off your stamps?
Sorry, what?
To clean the ink off the stamps.
Clean.
Oh, yeah. Soz, yeah, I know, right? That isn't from me,
processing. No.
No, that's good.
Doesn't happen.
Right.
If you are one of those people who likes to clean your stamps, and I so agree with Tim Holtz on this one, don't clean your stamps. Clean stamps do not give you a good impression.
Right, okay, yeah.
They genuinely don't. When you give the first impression with a stamp, it doesn't work.
No, you're right.
And it's because it's clean.
Yeah.
I was always taught to put a layer of like VersaFine on and stamp it and leave that.
Yeah.
If you really do want to clean it, antibacterial cleaner, the cheap stuff.
Right.
That'll take it off.
Yeah.
If you really want to scrub them back to brand new, I use the K's Easy Peasy stamp cleaner.
All right, okay.
And what I do is I have 2 of these. I have the Crafts 2 stamp cleaning pad.
Yeah.
And I put some of that on. Yeah. And scrub it in because that really scrubs. But you must wash that off.
Right, okay.
And the only time I use my other one is literally when I'm actually changing colours and it's still a bit damp.
Yeah.
And that's it. But
don't worry about it.
No,
don't worry about it.
Honestly, don't. But can you see that is a bit wet still?
Yeah.
So that is going to squish everywhere, and the foil's not going to take.
You want it to dry.
Yeah. So I've got a piece here.
It's just like using any of your glues, essentially. I mean, you wouldn't put your two-way glue. You wouldn't put foil on it when it's wet. You wouldn't put your beautiful thingies. Oh gosh, my brain. The things that are flakes and the gold leaf. You wouldn't use that on a wet glue. you know, because
No.
obviously it's smeared. So it's the same kind of thought process. It's like, obviously, if it's wet, it's going to smear, so don't do it.
Of course it is, but I can layer this up, so I'm going to take this through, run it through my machine again.
I still love that you just don't need any extra plates.
Don't need anything.
That in its own right is just phenomenal. If you
and I would keep a piece of this ready to use, but can you imagine, this would make the most beautiful nighttime sky on a piece of the magic medium.
Yeah.
But there is...
See how easy is that? And it looks tremendous. I'd just be putting that on literally everything.
Yeah, but what we can do as well is you can go through with your magic medium.
Yeah.
So you could stencil over that with your magic medium. Let me find the piece of...
Oh, John, there's so much you can do. This machine, it's one of those in it that you're going, oh, you can do this, and you can do this.
Yeah. Get your ink pad.
Yeah.
Now, I'm using one of the Craft Artist blending brushes, but have one for the Kaleido ink. This is hard now.
So it's set solid.
It's set solid.
Is that even after you've washed it, or have you not washed it, John?
Well, I haven't washed it, but it has been washed.
Was that our lovely Sam?
It was, and it stayed solid.
Okay, really?
Yeah,
okay.
it will do. So allow yourself to ruin one of them.
Right.
But literally. So that's a little bit dry, so what do I do?
Yeah, what do you do?
A little bit more ink. And stop worrying how many times with the little tiny ink refills you get.
You get a bit precious.
You get really precious with it.
Yeah.
I am on to now my second bottle.
Yeah.
And I've been working with and testing this machine for over 18 months. So
replace your ink pad eventually as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find they get a little bit solid after a while.
Yeah. So the material, so we've had a question, fabric, so you can do this, because you mentioned we can go on to fabric.
Yeah.
I suppose it's a fabrics you wouldn't put through the roller, like your silks and stuff like that.
Anything you can stamp onto, you can put through.
Amazing.
Yeah. If you can iron it, it can take the heat.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, there is a slip there just poking out with a little bit of fringing on it. That's a piece of cheap calico.
Oh, amazing, look at that. That's cheap calico. That is a napkin. Boom. And she's doing it on napkins. There, my love. You can do it on napkins.
It's a funny one because I was saying last night, if you've got a wedding coming up, we know, you can speak to lovely Lottie and she'll make you a personalised stamp.
Yeah.
So you could foil all of the napkins.
Yeah,
you could foil all of the table linen.
Yeah.
Foil all the invitations. I know that when I looked at this a while ago, I mean, I don't know what it's like now, when we were first doing it, if you wanted to add foiling to your invitations through a professional printers,
how much is that going to cost?
£3 per invitation.
Yeah, that's a bit I mean, it were okay in COVID when you could only invite like your mum and your dad, but now when it's a full old...
We're going to one next year, and literally, I think there's something like they're trying to cut the guest list down from like 200 to 180, and
180 at £3 a pop. That's so expensive.
But
okay, so you've stenciled through.
So I've stenciled through the waste.
Oh, this is nice.
From the Snowfall folder. Because I needed to do some project that was Leonie based.
Yes,
I really felt, knowing I'd got you.
Yes, thank you.
So what I can do is, I don't have to go over that with silver.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm going to grab, because it's, you know me, you know my colour. Friend actually put on...
I'm so pleased you went for blue.
Put on my timeline the other day a photo of us when we were kids.
Yeah.
She put a comment underneath, she put it on, still wearing the blue, I see. And I was in a blue striped top, and it's like over 30 years ago.
No,
it's always been my colour.
Change.
They never change.
But silver and blue is just the perfect
I think it's beautiful.
Combo, especially when we talk Christmas.
So, again, bring my plates in.
If you put, I mean, you don't need to, and this is the big deal, but if you put paper over the top of that, I presume the heat, because it wouldn't be the direct heat, it wouldn't foil as well. So, because I bet some people are tempted, because putting the foil in, they're worried.
What you can do if you're worried, the only thing you can use is grease-proof paper.
Right.
Will not affect it. It will foil, perhaps not quite as well.
Yeah.
But it will foil with grease-proof paper.
Right, okay.
Because that's what we use when we're using scraps. And again, there's a video. You don't worry when you get home.
Yeah.
Flick onto the John Next Door YouTube channel.
Have you done
there are
5
17 videos on there, I think.
Yeah.
Even down to how to clean your rollers when you mess up, which you will, because I did.
Yeah.
I only know how to do it because I've done it myself.
Yeah. And I like that there's a way out of it. Oh, that looks so good. I love that. and
I've
then
just
you
gone
could ink
over
over
the
that.
silver, but then
Yeah.
I could take, you know, your standard. I'm going to turn that round the other way. So I could take my standard inks and a brush.
Yeah.
And what will happen is the foil works as a resist.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's so cool. If you went back in with your waxers over the top of that, I presume your waxers would cover it, wouldn't they?
I don't know, we'll try it. Let's cut this in half. I'll do one with ink and one we'll try with waxers.
Amazing.
That's the
Oh,
thing
a minute
is...
and a half. We haven't enough time. We have got another show at 12 o'clock.
No, I was going to show you
I
a
know.
leaf.
Oh, yeah, because we have to do it. I'm with you at 12. We can do the
Oh,
leaf
we can
at
do
12,
the leaf
please.
at 12 o'clock, yeah.
Because, because I have spent
But yeah.
a lot of my life doing that.
But watch, literally with the ink.
Oh, that looks so good.
But
And
see,
it's exactly, that's just the piece of card. Remember, you can get those stencils, those dies, sorry, and the stamp. That is just the waste
now,
card.
normally
that
I would get a piece of thing, but I can just rub that off. But oh, that's where the ink
absolutely
finished.
resists it.
But it resists,
Yeah,
so we
yeah,
can
yeah.
build up that background and then add. What I was going to show you
That's
is you
a
can even
perfect
take
resist.
your ink pad and tip the edges of your die cut
And
pieces
just foil the edges.
and just foil the edges.
That's well good. So like we do the embossing around the edges, but that is going to be quick, it's going to be easy, no heat gun, and obviously, oh, seconds, John.
Seconds. I
He's
can do
feeling
this.
He's feeling
I
the
can
what's
do this,
it.
but
It's like,
it shows how
so
quick
I'm
it
going to
is.
do this.
I've got to do this.
Go, 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 John.
Go, go, gadget, Kaleido. There you go.
Yay! That is so cool. That's it. Ace,
So we
isn't
just
it?
build
Isn't
that
clever?
on there and we've got...
Beautiful. Yeah, that's amazing. John, thank you ever so much.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, this is the thing that keeps on giving, isn't it? Imagine all the techniques you can create with this. Do not miss out. It is your one day special.